The open road, the roar of the crowd, and the sweet taste of victory. Massive crowds spilling on the streets, stopping all traffic. The city coming to a standstill. Music, everyone singing and chanting in harmony. An energy and vibe like no other. Pints of beer flowing, cigars being lit up, confetti from the top, and a buzz that is unmatched. I'm not talking about a live music concert such as a Sunburn, nor describing a political rally of a newly appointed president. It's the football tradition of an open-top bus parade, or famously referred to as the Victory Parade, a time-honored tradition where champions become kings of the asphalt and fans paint the town in their team's colors. A tradition that has been passed on, and what a sight it truly is. From the blue of Manchester and Milan to the red and black of Leverkusen, or the traditional white confetti in Madrid, these parades are more than just a victory lap or color and chaotic celebrations. So why a victory parade, and what does it signify? When did it start? Well, it's a chance for fans to come together and bask in the glory of their team's success. Because as we know, in football particularly, fans are almost investors of a club. They are important shareholders in the team's fortunes and failures. They are there through thick and thin, win or loss. So naturally, a victory parade is a sort of like a homage to the fan. From the glitz and glamour-filled extravaganza to the raw energy of a street party, each team brings its own flavor to a victory parade. Now, when did this tradition start though? This need for a pomp and show to announce after the event or the win and show the silverware off in all its glory. Now, it isn't something that started just a few years or even a few decades ago. It all began way back in 1889 when English football club Preston North End decided to cruise through the town in style to show off their win. They were coming off their domestic double, a massive achievement even back then, of league title and the FA Cup victory. So how did they parade? No horse-drawn carriages for these boys. They wanted the world to know they were champions. So out came an idea of an open bus show, and why not? It was their first title. That image has stuck, and marking the start of what we now call a tradition. Club Preston indeed gave birth to the idea of an open bus parade to celebrate the title wins. We all know the irony here though. It may be a while before Preston themselves have their own victory parade today, because as of now, the club is languishing in second division of the English football. But hey, they will always be proud of having started the coolest tradition of open bus parades, the most epic form of any celebration. An act that has been borrowed by other sporting disciplines too. The Indian cricket team did an open bus parade for the very first time after a young MS Dhoni led his side to a 2007 T20 World Cup win. Mumbai was flooded, literally, with fans and the rains. It was a rainy, slushy day, but none of that dampened the mood or the spirits of all the fans gathered there. The parade was a historic one. March forward, in 2019, basketball side Toronto Raptors celebrated their maiden NBA title with great pomp. The champions smoked cigars, sprayed champagne on screaming fans who were gathered there. The crowd, in fact, swarming the bus that had to crawl through the streets, putting them almost 3 hours behind schedule, but all for fun, and it was good. And just last year, about 1 million people gathered at NFL side Kansas City Chiefs victory parade last year. Fans lined up along the parade routes early, long before the sunrise, to be part of the Chiefs parade. But in football, over the years, the parade has only become more and more vibrant. The celebrations only crazier. This year itself, we saw some insane victory parades. Manchester City did one recently, of course, but they've had some incredible celebrations over the last 4 years. Their players may be keeping every opponent on their toes through the marvelous footwork on the field, But when it comes to victory parades, the footwork, among many things, has gone for a bit of a toss. Jack Grealish last year in his elements, and this year too it was no different. The English winger almost fell off the bus twice during the parade. And if we talk about City, how can we not talk about Pep Guardiola? The man recreates his thug life moments whenever he gets the chance, whether it's on the field, in press conferences, but he saves the best for the victory parades. But it wasn't just City that had a gala time this year. Spanish champions Real Madrid also celebrated. Had a more somber celebration though. Unlike City's bad boys, the Madrid players were high on victory. One man though knew how to soak it all in, and that was their manager, Ancelotti. I wonder who did it best, but maybe Madrid is saving the best for a possible second parade. They still have the chance of lifting the Champions League trophy when they face Dortmund. But speaking of letting loose, if anyone knows how to celebrate, it's the Germans. No surprises there. Bayer Leverkusen's victory parade was proof of that. One man was enough to set the celebration on fire, the talismanic manager, Xabi Alonso. The massive crowd in the city of Leverkusen clearly showing what this season meant for the club. I've got to give it to Leverkusen. If anyone can justify the tag, we play hard and party harder, it has to be Alonso and his boys. They started unbeaten for 50-plus straight games, and boy did they decide to let their hair down finally after an electrifying season. But wait, we aren't done just yet. Italian champions Inter Milan made quite the statement this year. Last year, AC Milan fans silenced Inter with their wild celebrations. So when Inter won the title this year, they had to return the favor. So clearly the rivalry isn't just restricted to football. How clubs celebrate a triumph on the field with the parade off it is important too, to show who's boss and to basically rub it in. I think that's the larger point. And what is a victory parade if it doesn't go crazy? Ask Lionel Messi and Argentina. After their 2022 World Cup triumph, the streets of Buenos Aires was flooded. They had to abandon the victory parade as the city came to a grinding halt, and the players and support staff had to be airlifted through a helicopter. What was your favorite victory parade this year, and have you been a part of anyone, anywhere? Let us know.
South Africa's May 29th elections.
It was the start of change in the country.
We are on the verge of history.
I am standing here at the forefront of change, where voices echo the call for action. The nation grapples with an unemployment crisis. As South Africans prepare to cast their votes, the question looms: will the winds of change usher in a new era, or will the legacy of the past maintain its grip on the future?